Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves who are on this journey to love. And so I share messages that come through from all of our higher selves and anyone that comes to me for healing, for readings, and for channeled letters. And I just want to say happy birthday to anyone whose birthday it is today. I know that I had lots of emails yesterday saying, I'm an Aries too, it's my birthday too. So I'm carrying on doing the special. So because my birthday is on Friday the 20th, I am doing a healing special for only $20. And so that will be available until the end of Friday the 20th of April. So if you book it, then you can have, I connect to your energies and I give you a write-up of everything and I see for you and your twin what your energies want you to know at this time to help you. And I receive songs and messages, so you receive a write-up of that, of it. So this morning's message, I was guided to watch this program last night called Touching the Void, and it is about two guys that go climbing up a mountain. And mountain messages have been so strong because of the song "There Ain't No Mountain High Enough to Keep Me Away From You." And on this journey, it does absolutely feel like sometimes you're climbing up a never-ending mountain. And will you ever get to the top? Well, this message is about remembering that is no matter what is happening in your actual, so-called reality, your twin is always, always, always helping you. No matter what it looks like on the outside. It is going on the inside where you find all the answers and really find your truth. And so it is, if things are happening to send you off the rails, it's to make you go further within to find yourself more and more and more and deepen that heartfelt and soul connection. And this is a true story. And it just shows exactly the journey. So there are these two guys and they climb up this mountain and they're trying to climb a peak of the Himalayas that hasn't been done before. And they get to the top and they're on their way down and one of them breaks a leg. And so they tie each other together to a rope, by a rope. But they get really bad conditions and one of them falls into a massive ice ravine. But the other one doesn't know what's happened. He just knows that the rope has gone taut and he can't, doesn't know what happened. So he cuts the rope. And the guy drops. And this is where, the reason why, again, I was led to this yesterday. Everything is so, the universe will continue to give you messages everywhere to keep you on track. But basically, what happened was he drops into this ice ravine, which is hundreds of feet, and he survives. And he then spends another 5 days climbing down with a broken leg, climbing down through the bottom of this ice ravine, which eventually ends up back at the bottom of the foothills of the mountain. Which is completely, you would just never even think that was possible. He had literally dropped into the heart of the mountain and managed to climb his way back up out of it. And what happened at the end is that he remarkably found the base camp that he started from and his two friends were still there. So again, it was just... for him, hugely a journey of the soul because he never thought that he'd be able to do it. But what had to happen was the rope had to be cut. But actually, by cutting the rope, that connection had never gone, right? So they were there at the end, being able to bring each other home again. So, but it does feel like, when that rope was cut and he dropped into the ravine, he really did feel like the bottom had fallen out of his world and that was it. It was going to be the end. And so that is the message for today, because there are times on this journey when literally you feel like the rope's been cut, the bottom falls out of your world. It seems like there is no way that this is ever going to happen. But what you have to remember is those points happen for a reason, and they happen to build you up stronger and stronger and stronger, because they make you fulfill your own destiny. And it is about fulfilling your own destiny in your own right as an individual that brings you back into your reunion with your twin. Because the other thing is that, you know, all of us have to realize that we're not in our unions in our reunions at the moment, because we're not ready. And you wouldn't want it to come in at the wrong time. You want it to come in when it is absolutely the right time for you and your twin to be living in this blissful state of harmony and union. And there's a bigger plan for all of that. So that's why it's about trusting in that bigger plan. So the message that I'm going to read today is the letters that came through is numbers 22 and also 54. So this is the little mantra books that I do. And these are a great way to tap in, because 54 is our soul song is beating the drum of universal love. Now, I actually went to a gong bath yesterday, which is all about sound healing. And so when I got this one this morning, I was like, okay, well, that's perfect then, because that's exactly what I was doing last night. So everything that you're doing on your journey up to now, all of the healing, all of the deep inner work that you do, everything that you do helps each other, right? You are a team. There is no doubt about it. So whatever's happening to give you bumps on the road is happening for you so that your expedition is more fulfilling, right? You don't want to just get to the top of the mountain and have it a breeze. You know, you do want it to be an adventure. You do want it to really, really grow your soul so you can be more of who you are truly, truly meant to be. And that's why it may feel like in the 3D that, you know, basically it may feel horrible, frankly, but you have to see beyond that illusion and go into the heart to then see, okay, what is that teaching me? What do I need to let go of? How is this making me stronger? Because it will. No matter what's happening now, in 2 or 3 months' time, even in 2 weeks' time, you'll look back and you'll be like, oh, okay, I get that. I totally get that. Because now I feel completely different. So I'm just going to read the letters, because it was letters 122 and 54. And so 122 in book 2 is this. I'm thinking and have been thinking about her non-stop since I first met her. It's never changed. I've tried, but I just cannot get you out of my head. You've made a permanent imprint on my heart. Well, of course you have, because you are the other part of my heart. Without you and before you, I always felt like something was missing. That I was a little bit lost, wading through life, trying to find my way, trying to do the right thing, but never ever filling the gap or the hole inside of me. Can you believe that? The gap. This program that I was watching yesterday was called Touching the Void, and he literally fell through the gap in the mountain. So, I mean, it just amazes me how all the syncs happen. So, all the hole inside of me. But then I found you. And you fill my hole. You make me. You complete me. Now I just need to figure out how I go about making us a real thing. Right. So that's number 122 in book 2. And you see, it's about, I knew, something inside of me knew straight away when I met you that you were different. But you shook me to the core. So, that you are so incredibly beautiful, it takes my breath away. I feel speechless at how lucky I am that you're my person. I have to pinch myself. It hardly seems real. This love is so strong, so pure, so real. Everything that I thought wasn't real and only belonged to fairy tales and blockbuster weepy romantic films. But what I realise now is that none of them do it justice. The feeling that I have for you is so outer-worldly that I just know, really know beyond all knowing, that we are meant to be together, meant to create a beautiful life together, and meant to spread our love around the world, because I really do feel like I want to shout it out from the mountaintops. You are my lady. I love you. Okay, so the mountains, again, featuring, and the song, There Ain't No Mountain High Enough to Keep Me Away From You. That actually featured in, I remember it because the guy that I was saying yesterday was his birthday. I remember that featured in one of his healings. So again, everything's so incredibly linked. So letter 122 from book 3 is this. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep going, following your own light and sharing your light with others. By doing that, it's like turning up the dimmer switch on a lamp. The light bulb gets brighter and brighter and leads us home because we know that the light doesn't go on without the switch being pressed. So we know that the switch has been flicked because we well and truly flicked it. Now we just need to keep the dimmy switch being turned up and up and up. And that is done by just following your dreams and living in the love vibration, which works miracles and wonders. Well, I think that's so brilliant because, again, this is a perfect letter to end on, because when you meet, you do flick that switch for each other, and then that's it. That will never, ever go out. And it will burn inside of you and get brighter and brighter and brighter until, you know, the divine plan comes together. And everyone, I truly believe, if you've met your twin and you know you're a twin flame, that there's a much, much bigger plan that, you know, will all bring us together, because it is absolutely needed to push the boundaries of what this planet can do. And so therefore it is about, you know, much more believing, moving out of the dynamics of your own twin flame relationship and moving into the dynamics of the universal heartbeat. Once you do that, it's a huge shift, because it shifts you from this 3D kind of, oh, they did this and I did that and blah, 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 into, but we're doing it because we're linked to a cosmic heart. And our love is needed to grow the heartbeat of that cosmic heart. So, letter 122, I'm going to read it again. And it is, keep doing what you're doing. Keep going, following your own light and sharing your light with others. By doing that, it's like turning up the dimmer switch on a lamp. The light bulb gets brighter and brighter and leads us home because we know that the light doesn't go on without the switch being pressed. So we know that the switch has been flicked because we well and truly flicked it. Now we just need to keep the dimmer switch being turned up and up and up. And that is done by just following your dreams and living in the love vibration, which works miracles and wonders. And so, whatever's going on for you and your dynamic, always, always think, what would love do in this situation? The question is always, what would love do? And then follow your heart. All right. Well, if you want to have a healing for $20, please do. Channeled letters are $10. If you want to buy the books to help keep you on that path and keep you on the love track, please do, because these are an incredible guide to keep you getting messages from your twin and really helping you. Because like I say, just like that program, the rope had to be cut, the bottom had to fall out. He literally had to fall to the bottom of a mountain before he was able to climb his way back up again. And so really, really strong message that happens, and it happens a lot through this journey. It's a constant roller coaster, but every time you go down, you have to come up again. All right, I hope that helps. And you come up stronger, and you come up fighting, and you come up and more of a love warrior, which is what you're here to do. All right, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye.